I've always considered myself lucky to live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, the kind where neighbors chat over fences, kids ride their bikes in the cul-de-sac, and crime is mostly limited to teenagers egging houses on Halloween. But that changed one afternoon when I realized that even in the safest neighborhoods, danger can be just a window away. It was a Thursday afternoon, and I was home alone. My husband was at work, and the kids were at school. I had the whole house to myself, so I decided to catch up on chores, laundry, dishes, the usual. The day was calm. Sunlight streamed through the kitchen window. A gentle breeze made the trees outside sway, and in the background, I had some light music playing from my phone. Then, as I was folding laundry in the bedroom, I felt it. That strange, prickling feeling, like I was being watched. At first, I brushed it off, but then, as I turned to grab another shirt from the pile, something caught my eye through the corner of the window. A shadow. At first, I thought maybe it was a reflection, but when I stepped closer to the window, my blood went cold. There was a man standing in my backyard, right outside the bedroom window. He wasn't just passing by. He was lingering, standing so still it took me a second to process what I was looking at. He was tall, wearing dark clothes, a hoodie pulled low over his face. His hands were tucked in his pockets, his body angled slightly toward the house. But what sent chills down my spine wasn't just that he was there, it was the fact that he was staring straight at me, through the window. I froze. For a second, neither of us moved. Then he took a step forward. My heart started racing. There was no reason for anyone to be back there. Our backyard was fenced in. No gate, no shortcut, just a dead-end space behind the house. He hadn't wandered in by accident. He had come here on purpose. That's when I noticed something else. The bedroom window, the one I always kept locked, was cracked open just an inch. Had it been like that earlier? I didn't know. But he did. Because now, he was reaching for it. I don't know what kicked in. Adrenaline, instinct, pure panic. But the moment I saw his hand move toward that window, I lunged forward and slammed it shut. The second I did, his entire posture changed. The casual, slow movements were gone. Instead, his shoulders tensed. And for a split second, I thought he was going to try to break the glass. Instead, he started running away, straight across the backyard, over the fence, and out of sight. I barely had time to process what had just happened before I grabbed my phone and called 911. The operator asked me for a description, what he looked like, what he was wearing, which direction he ran. My voice was shaking as I told her everything. That's when she said, "You're not the first person to call about him today." Apparently, several neighbors had reported a suspicious man lurking around houses over the past hour. Some had seen him pacing near front porches. Others noticed him trying back gates, but no one had actually caught him this close to their home. The police were already canvassing the neighborhood, and about 30 minutes later, I got another call. They found him. He had been hiding behind a shed in a backyard a few streets over. When officers approached, he took off running but was caught soon after. When they searched him, they found a pocket knife. He refused to answer any questions about why he was in the neighborhood. Later that evening, I sat on the couch trying to calm down, replaying everything in my head. The way he had stood so still, the way he had reached for the window, the way he had run the second I locked it. And then I realized something. He had been checking for open windows and doors, testing which houses were easy targets. And mine almost was. I don't even want to think about what would have happened if I hadn't noticed him when I did. From that day on, I triple-checked my locks before going to bed. I put up security cameras. I even got a new alarm system. Because that was the day I learned. Just because it's daylight doesn't mean you're safe.